Hello guys, what's up and welcome to this video. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about hallucinations. More specifically, I'm going to be telling you two different stories about my hallucinations. Now, if you came here for me to talk about drugs or something and hallucinating on drugs, you got the wrong person because I have never hallucinated on drugs. I'm not gonna say I've never done drugs, but you know, let's just say I never have. Anyways, getting on to this video, so hallucinations. So the first story I'm gonna be telling you is in chronological order for one, but it happened when I was in second grade. I went on to this trip with some family, extended family specifically, so my dad and my direct family wasn't really there other than my brother, and we were out in Palm Springs. So if you know anything about Palm Springs, it's a desert. It is really cold at night. It's really hot in the day. It's pretty wild, and it can be a little bit strenuous on weaklings, and I am a weakling. So this was the first time I think that I went out to Palm Springs, and what we did in Palm Springs is we were in RVs and we were just at this sort of resort, and it was really fun. You know, I really enjoyed it. But at some point during the week, I got sick. And I got really sick. Like, I've never been that sick before in my life. Since then, I don't really think, at least nothing that I can think of. But yeah, so I was sick, I was throwing up, and I was just having a horrible time. And, you know, someone told me, like, okay, like, drink some Gatorade. I don't know why that's a thing that people tell, like, sick people to do, or at least sick children. I don't really understand that to this day. But whatever, I drank my Gatorade, and I went to the bathroom. And while I was in the bathroom, I just started, like, seeing these, like, blocks of like numbers. Like, that's how I was just kind of processing it. Like, it was just like numbers in a way. Like, I don't know if you guys had this when you were in elementary, but there's like those blocks of like measurement, like those unit cubes or whatever that they give you. It was kind of like that, but like more like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, you know how when your eyes, like when you like poke your eyes or something, or you look at light and you kind of see like this weird kind of glare of the light in your eyes? I don't know if that makes sense. I'll try and like post a photo of something that might look like what I'm describing. It's just like those like dots you get in your eyesight. It was kind of like that. And I guess I was kind of just talking to myself while I was hallucinating this kind of number, and I was just counting because they like started like knocking like heavily on the door, which kind of like snapped me out of it a bit. And they're like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you talking to yourself? Like, what are you even saying? And I was just like, oh, I don't know. Like, I was really out of it. So at that point, they decided like, all right, this bitch is nuts. Like, we gotta send her home. So they drove me individually home, and it was kind of sad because my brother was still there, which, you know how siblings are. I was mad about that. But yeah, I went home, and this is just kind of a random detail, but for some reason, whenever I'm sick, I always watch George Lopez. And that's kind of how I heal. So I went home and I watched some George Lopez, and I was kind of fine the next day. I don't know, something about him just rejuvenates me. Anyways, moving on to the second hallucination. Now, this one's a bit more interesting than that one, because that one was just really me just counting. You know, who cares about that? But this one was probably when I was like, I don't even know. I can't really pinpoint it because it's so vague, but still memorable. It was like third or fourth grade, so a little bit after this incident. And I guess I was really hot at night. Like, I was just, I don't know. I just was getting heat stroke. I don't know what the fuck was happening, but I felt really hot. So for some reason, I felt the need to go to the bathroom. But when I was on my way to the bathroom, and when I was looking into the hallway, which was of course dark because it was nighttime, everyone was asleep. So since it was nighttime, all the lights were off, and you know, when it's dark, your mind kind of just plays tricks on you. But since I was, you know, dying of heat stroke, it played a bigger trick on me, and I started seeing this boy. It kind of gives me chills. Like, I kind of think like, oh, what if my house is haunted and I'm seeing like a ghost? I don't know. But pretty much what I saw was some like little boy with a beach ball, and he just kind of like was dribbling it and just kind of went down my hallway into the bathroom. And I really needed to pee, but I was kind of scared and I was panicking. But I guess in my unclear mind, I decided, like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just go. So I started walking towards the bathroom, and I was just, I guess, mumbling a lot to myself. Like, I was just really like frantic and like panicky in my mumbling, and I just went to the bathroom and I just kind of like almost collapsed onto the floor. Like, I just remember I was so like, what the fuck? And yeah, so I was just kind of like on the ground, I guess, or something. I don't remember. This part is kind of blurry, because all of a sudden, like, my brother's in the room with me. Like, it's just kind of this gap of like, I don't know what really happened during that time. I must have been on the ground or like standing in the bathroom. I don't really know. And so my brother comes and he's just like, what's wrong? Like, what are you doing? Like, he was kind of getting frantic, and he just started like grabbing like a towel or something, and he wetted it, and he like put it on me, and then he like rolled up my sleeves and all that, and like made sure that I was pretty much like not as hot. And I think it did help. I think I just peed and then I went back to bed. But just kind of thinking about that image of that little boy, it just kind of freaks me out. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird hallucination. So yeah, those are my two instances of hallucinations. I have never hallucinated since then, I don't think. At least not on my own or because I'm sick. Maybe because of drugs. I don't know. But yeah, since then I have not had any hallucinations. Let me know in the comments if you guys have had any weird experiences with hallucinations. And yeah, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you all next time.